Hi, how's everybody doing? I'm Johnny Shaboo, giving my picks for college basketball for the day. Um, Today I'm going to start off in Rhode Island and Dayton. It's the A10 second round championship. I feel like Dayton is going to sweep the floor with Rhode Island. Last time they faced each other, they went to overtime. Rhode Island won by 2 points. Now, since then, Rhode Island has lost to Duquesne, and they lost to George Washington by 8 on the road. To be honest, I just watched George Washington. They're not very impressive at all. For Rhode Island to lose by 8, and Dayton just coming off a big win against St. Bonaventure by 3 in a low-scoring game, mind you. It was 55-52, but they still won the game against an amazing poised St. Bonaventure team. I like Dayton to take control of this game, 3.5 points on neutral court. I feel like it's reasonable. Middle Tennessee is in Florida Atlantic. Now, Middle Tennessee is 5-15 in the season against a 10-9 Florida Atlantic. 5-5 at home to 3-11 on the road. Sorry, they're 0-7 on the road. Middle Tennessee is 3-11 in their conference. They're coming off 4 straight losses, and they're 2-10 in their last 2-8 in their last 10. Florida Atlantic is 2 wins in a row, 5-5 in their last 10. 8-point spread seems a little high, but you know what? They average 9 points better on offense. 9 points is where I'm at. I like Florida Atlantic to win by 8. Michigan State's in Michigan. Now, rivalry game. All-time Michigan. Well, in the last 10, Michigan leads 6-4 overall against each other. It's going to be a tough game. I mean, Michigan is favored by 12.5 points. They're coming off a loss to Illinois by 23 points. It's a disaster. It was a disaster. But Michigan State's coming off a win in Indy at home against Indy by 6. And you know what? They lost to Maryland by 20. And that's, Michigan beat Maryland by 20. So the way I'm looking at it, I like Michigan to win the game. A little over 10 points. 12.5 seems like a little bit too much. But Michigan State's 3-7 on the road, and Michigan's 12-1 at home. In conference play, Michigan's taking control, 13-2 to Michigan State's 8-10. I really do like Michigan State to win. Michigan to win the game. I feel like the number's just a little too high, but I'm leaning closer to Michigan. I have closer to 14-point spread, but it's just the way Michigan State's been playing lately. I don't want to touch it. They're 6-4 in their last 10, mind you. Let's jump off to Oklahoma State and Baylor. Last time they faced off each other, it was in Oklahoma State, and Baylor won by 16 points. They're 9-1 in their last 10. They're coming off a win, Baylor. Oklahoma State's on a 5-game win streak, 8-2 in their last 10. In my opinion, 11.5 points is a little too much for a team that's playing as strong as Oklahoma State is lately. Overall, Baylor is beating on teams by 27 points on average, outscoring other opponents by 27 points. But in their last 5 games, they're only outscoring opponents by 5 points. Oklahoma State, the last 5 games have been outscoring opponents by 8 points. I like this game to be a lot closer than 11.5 points, to be honest. Kate Cunningham's a monster, and they have no answer for him. They can have 4 other guys, but they have no answer for him. I like Oklahoma State to come within 11.5 points. TCU's in West Virginia. TCU's 12-11 in the season, 5-9 in conference. 6-6 on the road, and they're coming off a loss to Texas Tech by 20 points. West Virginia is coming off a loss to Baylor in overtime at home. I like them to come out strong today. They're favored by 13.5 points. You know what? They're 7-4 at home. They're 10-5 at home. I really do like them. I really do like West Virginia to win this game. Last time they faced each other, they won by 8 points on the road. Their last 10, they're 7-3 to TCU's 3-7. I really do like West Virginia to win this game. 13.5 points seems like a lot, but I really do like them to win, possibly more than that. West Virginia's not gonna they're not gonna take it easy on this team after that loss, which they could have won, man. Uh, Baylor came back and covered the spread, but West Virginia's the play today, in my opinion. Iowa State's and Texas Tech. Now, Iowa State's on a 15-game losing streak, and Texas Tech just won a good game just recently against TCU. I like Texas Tech to win this game. They played earlier in the season. They won by 27 points. They're 5-5 in their last 10, which is, surprising, but they're playing hard teams, right? They beat 17.5-point spread seems like a lot, but if Iowa State's missing their starting guard, I feel like they're gonna have an issue again and not be able to come within those numbers. I like Texas Tech, 17.5 points, but it just seems like a lot. I'm not going to be betting on that one in particular. Vanderbilt's in Cincinnati, and it's going to be Scottie Pippen Jr.'s show. He's one of my guys, man. They're underdogs by 6.5 points to Cincinnati. I'm not convinced on Cincinnati right now. They're 5-4 at home. Yes, Vanderbilt's 1-7 on the road, but I feel like Vanderbilt can come within 6.5 points. They have a shooter's chance. They play really well against Alabama. I think they lost by 4 points. Cincinnati's going to put up some defense, but I like Vanderbilt to come within 6.5 points. UTEP's in Kansas. I have a lot to say about this game. UTEP's on a 4-game win streak. They're 6-4 in their last 10. But they have some pretty bad losses. They have 2 notable losses on the road. To Louisiana Tech, they lost by 22 points, and they lost to UAB by 15. But they did also lose to Arizona by only 7 points, and they beat Arizona State. So UTEP's not no cakewalk. But when you look at Kansas side, at home, they're a different story. They're 12-1 at home. Their only loss has been to Texas, which was by 25 points at home. But other than that, they're on a hot streak. They beat Baylor by 13 at home. They beat West Virginia by 14 at home. They beat Iowa State by 33. They beat Kansas State by 23 at home. So they're definitely going to, they're definitely covering that 17-point spread against better competition. I feel like Kansas is going to win this game by 17 points, in my opinion. Let's jump off to Nebraska and Iowa. Iowa's favored by 16.5 points. To be honest, Nebraska's being outscored by opponents by 15 points, and Iowa's outscoring opponents by 18 points. 16.5 points is like right shot in the middle. I'm taking Iowa to win by 17 points today. That's my play. Texas is in Oklahoma. Oklahoma is ranked 15th. Texas is ranked 16th right now. It should be a tight game, but I like Oklahoma to win this game. They're coming off 3 straight losses. 2 of them to Oklahoma State. Tough outings. I like Oklahoma to right the ship, win today by 2 points against Texas. Arizona State's in Colorado. Now, Arizona State's got a little bit of injury, but you know what? They're a shooting team, but they are very bad on defense compared to Colorado. Colorado is, I think, 13 points better on defense. They're averaging 13 points less against. Defense wins the games. Colorado favored by 11 points at home. That's the play for me. Wyoming's in Utah State. Wyoming coming off 2 straight wins. They're 5-5 in their last 10. Utah's also coming off 2 straight wins, 6-4 in their last 10. Utah State is favored by 16.5 points. And same scenario, Utah State is better by 13 points, better on defense. And you know what? I really like them to win this game. 17 points seems reasonable to me. They just beat up on Nevada by 21 points. It wasn't even close. They have a great offense and a great defense. I'm all over Utah State. Now, San Diego's in San Francisco. Now, never would I ever thought I would say this right now, but I think San Diego might win this game, possibly. If not, at least cover the 8 points, 8.5 points spread as underdogs. They're coming off 3 straight losses. They're 2-8. But San Francisco's coming off 6 straight losses, and they're 2-8. Yeah, San Francisco won their last time out at home by 8 points. But it was an evenly fought match at halftime. It was 31-30 for San Diego, actually. In my opinion, I like San Diego to come within 8.5 points today. It's hard to bet on a team that's 3-10 or 3. It's pretty bad. So I'm definitely biting my tongue, but I think San Diego State got this one. Illinois State's in northern Iowa. Now, Illinois State is 7-17 in the season, 4-14 in conference, and 3-9 on the road. Northern Iowa is 6.5 point favorite, 9-15 in the season, 7-11 in conference, and 6-5 at home. Northern Iowa's 5-5 in their last 10, but they're 0-3 on neutral court. And Illinois State's 1-0 on neutral court, coming off 2 straight losses and 2-8 in their last 10. They faced 2 times already. Northern Iowa won by 7 in overtime recently, and before that they won by 14 points. They played on the 26th and the 27th, and now they're going to be playing again. It's today the 4th. I like Illinois State to come within 6.5 points today, possibly win the game. When you face a team 3 times in a row, it's challenging. It's hard to beat them 3 times in a row. Illinois State, I feel like, has an opportunity. They could possibly do it. I'll take that on. Central Florida's in Eastern Carolina. I'm all over Central Florida. 2.5 point favorite. They've already won by 7 points at home. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and they're shooting lights out, right? Central Florida seems like the play to me. Northern Colorado's in Weber State. Now, Weber State's favored by 10.5 points. Seems like a ton of points. But you know what? Northern Colorado hasn't been playing great this season. 10-9 overall, 6-7 in conference, 4-4 on the road. Weber State is 10-0 at home. They're outscoring Northern Colorado by 14 points on offense. They're 9-1 in their last 10. 5-game win streak. Let's not think about it. Weber State is the play to me. Southern Utah is in Portland State. Now, Portland State is 9-10 overall, 6-6 in conference, 7-4 at home. They're on a flipping 1-game win streak, but they're 7-3 in their last 10, which, from what I saw, they were only 2 points off from going 8-2. You know what? They're +5 overall. They're doing decent in the last few games. They've been doing pretty good. For Southern Utah to be only favored by 2 points seems a little fishy, but they're 15 points better on offense overall. I think Southern Utah is going to win this game. I think Portland State is playing out of their element. I like Southern Utah to win the game. They're 17-3 overall, 10-2 in conference, 3-3 on the road. Southern Utah seems like the easy play to me. Portland's in Santa Clara. Now, this is going to be their last game. Portland is 6-14, 0-11 in conference, 1-6 on the road, and on a 12-game losing streak. Santa Clara is 14-point favorite, though. They're 10-7 overall, 4-5 in conference, 6-3 at home. I like them to win the game for sure. Their last loss was to Gonzaga, which was surprising. They only lost by 14 points. So with that kind of effort, I feel like they're going to stomp on Portland. Portland's allowing 84.5 points against them. It's quite a bit. But the thing is, Santa Clara only averages 66 points. The thing is, Santa Clara in the last 5 games have averaging 73 points. So I feel like they're going to be, in the 75 to 80 point range. And I don't see Portland scoring 60 points today, let alone 70 to keep up with that. I like Santa Clara to win by 14 points. It's a stretch by far, but I'm leaning on their side for sure. My best bets for today would probably be Central Florida. I think Weber State's a lock. And if I have to throw in a couple more for you guys, I do like Colorado, and I do like Utah State. Those are my picks for the day. Good luck to everybody. Come see me in a little bit. I'm probably going to have some NBA picks for everybody.